If the United States is going to join in the war against Iran, there are several things it should consider. One is the question of what are U.S. goals. Now, the Iranian nuclear program, and more broadly the risk of an Iranian bomb, are quite real threats. And it would be dangerous if an irresponsible, hostile regime like Iran ever did acquire a nuclear weapon. And stopping that is very important. The United States brings considerable capacity to stopping the Iranian program. It has special bunker-busting munitions designed to penetrate deep into underground facilities, such as the Iranian facility at Fordo, where much of Iran's capacity is. And of course, the United States has a very large Air Force and naval forces that can put a lot of pressure on Iran, go after Iranian military capacity, reduce their infrastructure, and otherwise inflict a lot of hurt that would put pressure on Iran to make a deal on its nuclear program on terms that are much more favorable to the United States. There's also talk of regime change. That, however, is far less likely to succeed. It's unclear how bombing Iran is going to bring about regime change. And in general, regime change is really opening up a can of worms, and it's unclear what would come next. There are several risks the United States should consider if it moves forward. One is the risk of attack, and that attack could be on U.S. bases in the Middle East, which is the most likely scenario. Iraq is a place where Iran has a lot of capacity, but Iran also has ties to militant groups elsewhere. And there's a danger of U.S. personnel that are being targeted. Assuming the United States bases from regional allies. Allies themselves might be in the crosshairs, and they might suffer from Iranian attacks. And there's a risk of international terrorism, which Iran has long used. It's also important to think about the long-term consequences. In the past, Iran has not acquired a nuclear weapon. It has a very large, serious nuclear program, but has never crossed the line to build a nuclear weapon. In the future, if it rebuilds the program, it's likely to plunge forward and go straight to acquiring such a weapon rather than delaying and trying to negotiate. There is also an opportunity cost for the United States. And this is in terms of U.S. goals in China. And more broadly, the President Trump's agenda of reducing the U.S. role in the Middle East and forever wars there. So both the potential benefits with regard to Iran's nuclear program and stopping that, but also the costs and risks are all worth thinking about.